So, we've talked a lot about the big, beautiful ideas behind Shabbos, that ancient practice of a weekly day of rest. But an idea is just an idea until it changes how you actually live. So, today, we're going to get practical. We're turning those concepts into action with some real, hands-on experiments you can try this weekend. But first, let's just get real about the problem we're all trying to solve here. It's this constant pressure of modern life, right? This feeling in the back of your mind that you could always be doing more, and maybe you should be doing more. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your phone buzzes and you feel that little pull. You're never really off the clock, are you? We're always available, always connected, and our brains are just endlessly scrolling through a to-do list, even when we're supposed to be kicking back and relaxing. And it's just this endless cycle. You finish one thing, and instead of that feeling of satisfaction, your mind just immediately leaps to what's next. It feels like we've lost the ability to ever feel truly done. The finish line just keeps on moving. I mean, look, this is the world we live in. It's this digital flood of emails, messages, notifications. It's a constant stream of demands on our attention that completely blurs the line between work and life and everything else. So it really makes you stop and ask, doesn't it? Are we actually free? And this feeling, believe it or not, isn't new. It's a modern spin on a really ancient idea that the Torah calls Pharaoh's philosophy, this toxic belief that your value is 100% equal to what you can produce. But there's a powerful antidote to Pharaoh's whole philosophy, and that is the wisdom of Shabbos. So before we jump into the experiments, let's do a super quick recap of the core ideas that everything else is built on. Okay, here are the 6 biggies. First, rest isn't just stopping, it's an act of creation in itself, where you declare your work enough. Second, you are a creator. You're constantly reshaping the world with purpose. Third, the work we stop on Shabbos isn't about sweating, it's about letting go of control. Fourth, and this is huge, you are not your output. Your value is just you. Fifth, you can't just stumble into meaningful moments. They take a little preparation. And finally, community is the whole point. It's about stopping our own little projects to actually be present with each other. All right, now for the fun part. Let's see how these ideas actually play out in real life. We're going to walk through 5 experiments. And I want you to think of these less as religious rules and more as, well, as ways for you to test drive this ancient wisdom in your own life right now. First on the list, the digital Shabbos. This one goes straight for the jugular, our addiction to being in control of our digital lives, which, if you remember, is the very definition of the work Shabbos asks us to take a break from. The instructions are pretty simple, but let's be honest, it's not easy. Just pick a 2-hour block of time. Then, physically put your phone away. I'm not talking about face down on the table. I mean in a drawer in another room. The real challenge here, no quick peeks. And afterwards, just ask yourself, what did I feel? What did I notice? What did I end up doing with that time instead? Okay, challenge number 2 is a direct rebellion against that constant pressure for perfection. It's about you exercising your power to just declare something done. I want you to find something you've been working on, a project, cleaning the kitchen, anything, and then say these words out loud. This is enough for now. It doesn't mean it's perfect, it just means you're choosing to stop, and then really pay attention to how that feels. Is it a relief? A little bit of anxiety? Freedom? Challenge number 3. This one goes right to the heart of that whole Pharaoh's philosophy thing. It's a little exercise designed to help you untangle your sense of self-worth from your to-do list. Okay, just take 5 minutes. Seriously, that's it. And write down 3 things about yourself that are not achievements. Not your job title, not a project you finished. Focus on who you are. Are you kind? Do you have a weird sense of humor? Are you curious? This little list, it's the absolute opposite of Pharaoh's worldview, which is exactly why it's so powerful. Next up, we have an experiment that rolls 3 of our big Shabbos ideas: preparation, presence, and community, all into one beautiful package, the intentional meal. You know, it's incredible what a tiny bit of preparation can do. So for just one meal this weekend, actually set the table. Put out plates, silverware, the whole deal. Invite someone to join you. And then, this is key, put all phones in another room and just talk. It's a perfect example of how a little bit of intention can turn something routine into a real moment of connection. And our final challenge is all about recognizing the incredible creative power that you use every single day, most of the time without even noticing it. We're calling this the creation audit. So take a few minutes and just make a list of everything you created this week. Every email you sent, every meal you cooked, every problem you solved at work, every funny text you sent. You are a creator. Now look at that list. It's huge, right? And now ask yourself the big question. When did I ever actually stop to appreciate any of it? If your answer is, never, well, you've just figured out exactly why we need a built-in pause like Shabbos. Now, here's the thing. Trying these challenges on your own might feel hard. You might get bored without your phone or feel anxious. And that actually reveals something really important. Shabbos isn't just a list of things you can't do. It's a brilliantly designed system, an entire ecosystem that actually makes rest and connection easier. Just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got the modern way, which basically relies on your own willpower to fight against everything. But on the other side, you have the Shabbos ecosystem, which gives you support. The structure of communal meals forces you to connect, so you don't even need your phone. Community gatherings mean you're not bored or fighting FOMO. And physical rituals like lighting candles create a real, tangible break. It's a system designed to help you succeed.
So where on earth do you start with all this? Well, the good news is this is not an all or nothing deal. The goal isn't to be perfect overnight. It's just about starting small and being intentional.
And this might be the most important thing to take away from our whole conversation today. You do not have to observe Shabbos perfectly to benefit from its wisdom. You just have to start. Pick one thing, one small pause, one intentional meal. That's it. So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Forget about all the things you think you should deal. What is the one thing you will intentionally stop doing this weekend, even if it's just for a little while, to create some space? Some space for rest, for connection, and for reminding yourself that you are so much more than what you produce.